Hey there, it's Will Vaughan from Your Career Mastery, and we are in November, which means it's almost December, which means it's almost the end of the year. And for many of us, that could be a very stressful time trying to plan how we cram all of this work into the end of the year so that we can start January fresh and have all of our slate clean, all of our key items ticked off, and start the year on a clean slate. But like I said, this can be incredibly stressful, and often we overburden ourselves with work at what should be a time of the year where we start to unwind, we start to celebrate all of the great work that we've done throughout the year and spend more time celebrating with our colleagues, but also spending time with our friends and family as we shut off for the Christmas period or whatever seasonal period that you celebrate in your country. So in this video, I want to share 4 tips for managing the end of year cram and really trying to reduce the amount of stress and pressure that you put on yourself during this key period. And tip number 1 is all about deprioritizing the things that can wait till next year. By now, depending on the business that you work in and your particular role, you should have a good view of what are the key things that you really want to lock down in November and December this year, which cannot wait till next year. But likewise, you should have a good view of the things that can wait to 2024, that can be pushed back and can be done with next year. I think it's really important that you get clear on what your priorities are that can wait till next year and what needs to be done this year, and also align with your line manager on that work to ensure that that aligns with their expectations and the company goals, so that you can really focus on the key things that need to get done and don't get distracted by things that can be put off till next year. And tip number 2 is, once you know what those key priorities are, what are the things that have to be done this year before you finish up for the holiday period, get started immediately. Do not procrastinate. I know it's super easy and super tempting to start mentally shutting off at this time of year. And while that's great and important to do to an extent, you really want to make sure that you don't overburden your 2024 self in January. You really want to get done the important things that need to get done this year so that you're not cramming at the last minute before the holiday period when everyone's crazy and everyone's starting to shut off and no one's going to be around to help you. You want to make sure that you get started early and tick off the key things which need to get done. So understand, 1, what your priorities are, and then 2, get started on them right away. Tip number 3 may be kind of counterintuitive to what I just said, but do not prioritize too much work over spending time with friends and family and colleagues celebrating 2023 and what's been a very crazy year for all of us indeed. The end of the year is, for many people, the best time of the year, right? We get together with friends and family, we have a drink, we eat plenty of food, we exchange gifts, we really take the time to celebrate the fact that it's the end of the year. In Australia, the weather is becoming tip-top, which is fantastic, so sun's coming out. People want to get out to the beach, people want to party, people want to go on holiday. Do not put off those great life experiences and really miss out on the key, fun, festive period of the year by overburdening yourself with too much work. So like I said before, get really clear on what their priorities are. Make sure you spend your work days being productive against those key initiatives, but also take the time to unwind and celebrate. I guarantee you have earned it this year. And tip number 4 is just not to overburden yourself too much. So again, set priorities, deprioritize the stuff that can wait till next year, but don't try and take it all on yourself. Don't overburden yourself, because in many cases, I guarantee you, the people around you, your key stakeholders, even other businesses you work with will all start to shut off, even close business in the next few weeks. No one is really kicking off any massive big initiatives in November and December. The real rubber will hit the road in January. So don't overburden yourself with trying to take too much onto your plate at this time of the year. This is when you should be starting to phase out key projects, lock away the things that need to be done, and also deprioritizing the things that can wait till next year. This is Will Vaughan from Your Career Mastery. Again, I hope you found this video super helpful, and I wish you all the best for the final 2 months of the year. Whatever industry you're working, whatever role you're working, I hope that you find the time to celebrate all your big wins this year, and I wish you all the best for the seasonal period. Cheers.